the understanding of Tawheed, of Aqeedah, this was conveyed by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to his companions. It was there in the Quran, it was there in the Sunnah. Whatever was needed, whatever clarifications were needed, would be given by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and it was sufficient for his companions. There wasn't any need to develop a specific area of learning which we may call Tawheed. This need didn't arise until after the time of the companions, as Islam spread into different lands. It spread into the areas of Syria, into Palestine, Lebanon, across North Africa, into Persia. Now spreading into lands where people already had their own aqeedas, they had their own belief systems, where they had their own way of looking at Allah and looking at God and His relationship to this world. So as these people came into Islam, and as those who are carrying Islam into these lands entered into discussions with people of these lands, now the belief, the basic belief of Islam came under challenge. In the initial stages, when Prophet Muhammad ﷺ conveyed the message, he was challenged by the pagans. The Quranic message, his own explanations, were sufficient to dispel them. As Islam spread now in the later generations, it wasn't sufficient to just say the Quran said or the Sunnah said. That's fine if you are a Muslim. Here's your evidence. However, if you're dealing with non-Muslims, then you had to employ also logical arguments. You had to dismantle their arguments, etc. So this required explanations which went beyond the use of the texts themselves. Scholars now had to reflect, had to research, had to debate, etc. So in that process, a science developed, the science which we will call Aqeedah, the discipline of theology, another term we may use for it in English. The Islamic Creed became clearly delineated. It became necessary to clarify what was and what wasn't, what was acceptable and what wasn't acceptable. So this is where the science or the discipline of Tawheed evolved.